sound a little low. Let's try this again. Okay. Check 1 2 1 2.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Gotcha. Woo! We are at 106,000 cuck bucks per one Bitcoin. And wow, man, it feels like in the last, few days, really, things have really turned around here. What's on your mind?
What are you going to spend your $2,000 on? Your stimmy check? Or, second question, what are the odds of that actually happening?
I think the odds are pretty high,
Yeah.
and I do. I mean, he's done it before, right? It's like
Yes, he has done it before.
he's done it before. He'll do it again. And I think the odds are very high. And of course, I'm going to stack some sats with it.
How close are you on the details? Is it 2,000 for every taxpayer? 2,000 for every person? Like
Mm.
are you getting 4K, you and your wife?
How did they do COVID?
Goodness, they sent everybody money at COVID. I
They
think
sent
that
everybody the same amount, didn't they?
Yeah, I want to say that we've got like 130 million taxpayers. If you paid taxes, you get a stimmy check.
Yeah. Oh,
No, no money for the illegals, dude.
it's such a bad idea. It's
It's quite a lot of money. I mean, if you were to just do the math on that, goodness, I mean, 200,000 bucks by 130 million people is 2.6 to the 11th. What is that? 2.6 billion? I don't even know the number, dude. 26 billion?
I haven't looked at the numbers, but
It's the 11th power. So yeah, it's 2.6 billion. Goodness.
that's crazy.
And the rest will go to paying down the debt.
It's such a clown show. We got 50-year mortgages now that are going to come out. We got this stimmy check. It's we're not far off from the Hunger Games.
Yeah, District 9. Yeah, or whatever. You
District
are
9 too. Yeah, District 9, Hunger Games. Oh, we're living through District 9 at the moment. Absolutely. I feel like we're already there.
yeah, the Hunger Games. I would definitely volunteer as tribute.
You know, I
Or
just watched was the long walk. Have you seen that?
no.
It's
Is that
like,
different than the Green Mile?
yeah, different than the Green Mile.
Also a long walk.
Yeah, also a very long walk. They basically it's like this dystopian future, I guess, although it looks like it takes place back in like the 50s, I'd say. And
Okay.
or early 60s maybe. And it's like you got a group of guys that go into this um they basically put their name into this lottery system and then like 30 of them are chosen and whoever it's there's no finish line and it's last man standing wins like being comfortable for their family and themselves and it's like a and they televise the whole thing and it's supposed to increase morale of the country because
Is
there's
it
like
fight? Is
huh?
it a fight to the death? What happens if you don't win? Are you
Oh
dead?
yeah, no, it's like every if you stop walking but below a certain pace, you die. They kill you.
Oh, nice. Nice.
It's kind of
Oh
like
man.
it's kind of liberal propaganda to a certain extent because they've got like a strongman general, but like it's an interesting concept just in the fact that like we're gonna see a lot of stuff like that. Like you have like Squid Game type of content. You got like
Yeah.
that movie, Hunger Games. It's a predictive programming, if you will.
Yeah, that's the future they want for us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's just the rats fighting each other in the cage.
Yeah, I don't think that we're very far off from seeing like death matches.
No, no. I mean, when you have a 50-year mortgage, you're never paying that off. And maybe the idea is, from their point of view, it'll lower the price, which it probably won't. And people only stay in their homes about 7 years anyway. So, like, what's the point? Um, but I think the answer is to deport 30 million illegals.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is the answer because rent is unaffordable too.
Deport all the illegals and stop taking any immigrants, what even if they're legal. I want like less than 50,000 and they've got to be the best of the best, and they've got to be willing to either speak English or learn English or to convert to Christianity if they
There
want
you go.
to.
The
It,
Crusades. Bring back the Crusades.
listen, we just need a period of time where we need to like get everyone out that's not supposed to be here, and we need to figure out whatever this culture is going to be because it's turmoil right now. And we did it. We've done it before. We've done it a lot of times before. We banned German immigration. You know,
Yeah.
we've had I mean, didn't FDR do like the wetback, or was that who was it? Was like it
I
was
don't think
like
that's.
it was like the wetback bill where they like legitimately called that.
Did they
But I mean,
really?
the point is like we have the power to be able to do this. It's just a matter of the will. I feel like we've just lost the will.
Yeah, I find it hard to believe that AI robots are going to replace all the jobs, but we need to import 100 million people to do all the work. Like how can you have it both ways? Either we're going to have a robot revolution, and we don't need any people coming here, or we're not. It's everybody knows it's just the left importing voters.
Yep.
That's the plan. It's
Importing
just
a delegate.
yeah, fill up the cities and don't have voter ID. Like, come on, we see through this.
It's so obvious, man. It's so obvious. Oh yeah, Dwight D. Eisenhower. Operation Wetback was an immigration law enforcement initiative by the administration of Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Okay, well, there you go. It's a nice piece of history. It's like the Japanese internment camps, also not a bright spot. But I wasn't alive then, so I don't know what they were thinking.
My
The
my wife's family, part of them, they are Japanese actually.
Did I offend you?
No, no, not at all.
Okay.
Like it okay, listen. Like
Not that I care. I
if
mean, go
you
ahead. You can offend me all you want.
her great uncle or something, he won a Purple Heart. He was at Pearl Harbor, actually.
Yeah.
Um, but I guess what I'm trying to say is like if the Japanese just attacked your country and you're looking around and you've got all these other Japanese people that have moved there within a generation, or they're fresh in America. I mean, you would have to go through a rigorous process of like putting them into some situation where you could verify like if they had any loyalties to the homeland. And I think
Yeah, it's a
I think that's a very valid thing to do for national security. So it's like, what would
knee-jerk
you expect?
reaction.
What would Japan do? What would all these other countries do? It's like actually the right thing to do.
Yeah. When you say culture, we need a new culture. To me, that's like the money. You know, Money is the base layer of society. Money is the base layer of culture. We have a shit culture today because our money is freaking broken. But under a Bitcoin standard, sound money, that's how you change the culture in a real way. And Bitcoiners have already talked for years about how adopting Bitcoin has led them to discover topics they've never been interested in before. Science, physics, economics, natural law. There's so many first principles that Bitcoiners, once they see Bitcoin, now they understand. And then they lower their time preference and they start thinking about getting healthy, getting fit, getting stronger, so I think that if we're going to have an improvement on the culture, it's going to come from Bitcoin. It's the alternative. It's the yang to the dollar's ying.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we need sound money, that's for sure. I don't think that Bitcoin kicks all the illegal immigrants out, but it certainly helps culturally. And I think as we were talking on last week with Adam, it's like I don't think it's a coincidence that we went off a gold standard, like 6 years after like this overhaul immigration bill that started
Mhm.
flooding the country with a lot of immigrants, right? I almost feel like they're tied. Like you need sound money for a sound country, and if you detether yourself from that or deracinate yourself from that type of sound money culture, then it like opens up all the other amoral frameworks for you to be like, well, now we'll just do this, and now we'll just do this because you're not living in any foundational reality. Because money is tied to everything. That's like the value transfer of everything, every product and service, and You know, like if we're on a sound money system, we'd still have a single income household would be able to raise a family of six or seven affordably and live a middle class lifestyle. But we don't have
Preach,
that
brother.
without sound money.
That's right. You're spot on.
Anyway,
Well, what do you think about Block Square turning on Bitcoin payments?
yeah, man, it's huge. I mean, it's actually massive because now you don't have to orange pill the business owner at the, to get them to adopt Bitcoin and like, how long it takes to orange pill folks, and yeah, that can be kind of a process. So it's really nice that you've got the reputation behind Block and Square, and it's already. I mean, I don't know what their market share is. Like, I don't know how many businesses that they're in percentage wise in the nation, but I'd assume that it's pretty high. And I love it. I think it just makes things very easy, and it puts Bitcoin like behind this layer. And now you have a very easy decision, that the customer can make if they want to pay in fiat or Bitcoin. They've got the option. And I think just the accessibility of that is going to do a lot for adoption. My whole rule of thumb is like when I go out to places or farmers markets, restaurants, whatever, just always ask if I can pay with Bitcoin. And they always say no. They're always like, no, we don't accept Bitcoin. But I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll pay with my credit card or dollars or whatever. But I just ask because I feel like the more that we all ask and the more that they hear of it, they're going to be like, oh, actually, I have heard of that thing. And we had, maybe like a dozen people ask about it in the last couple days. Like, let's give this thing a shot. So, I think we have a responsibility to use our Bitcoin and to always ask folks that we're buying stuff from if they'll accept it.
Dude, look at my sweatshirt.
That's right, Bitcoiner. Yeah,
I
what
feel
year
like
does this guy own Bitcoin?
I feel like, everyone, the $5 wrench attack, I get it. I think that's a risk. But I also think we're early. And I think if you're not going to bring up Bitcoin publicly, you're not going to have those opportunities. You know, wearing a hoodie that says Bitcoiner, that might start a conversation with somebody who says, "What is that? Why are you wearing that?" I
Yeah.
like Bitcoin. And I don't know. I think that, with Square, it looks like the transactions for now are limited to like $600. But,
Oh,
that's still pretty good because a lot of the small retailers, the coffee shops, the cafes, those are the guys who are accepting who use Square anyway.
that's what I love.
It's the
Yeah.
taco truck.
Yeah.
It's the school athletics game. You go into the football game and pay $5 to get in to watch your kid play, and you're using Square or whatever. So I think that it's good, and I think we'll see the larger payments come on board once they've ironed out the kinks and made sure everybody knows how to self custody or whatever. Maybe they won't self custody, but at least hold their Bitcoin and use it.
I mean, I really imagine this, being of the most value for folks, $600 or under, dinner, farmers markets, that kind of stuff. That's what we talk about with retail adoption, just everyday people buying and using Bitcoin. I honestly feel like I'm the most passionate about reaching and talking to those kinds of people. So, you know, the bigger payments will come, but this is a great start for sure. I'm
Yeah,
looking at his picture. I'm looking at Bitbone. I'm looking at Jack Dorsey's picture in the latest articles, and it's that one where he's got the beanie on with the beard, and he looks like Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones. He looks just like him.
that is a good one.
It's uncanny. He's
They've
like
got to be
he's
they
like
got to
four
be
inches
related.
taller though than Peter Dinklage, I think.
4 inches?
Yeah,
I would have thought it was less than that. I would
yeah,
have thought they were about the same height.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, kudos to Jack for figuring that out. I mean, he's gotten a lot of heat and criticism. I mean, I remember him. He wrote something about Taproot, back in 2021 on Twitter, and Taproot's been a disaster, and whatever. We don't need to relitigate Jack, but I think you got to give people a win when they get a win.
I mean, he's done a lot. He's done a lot for Bitcoin.
Yeah, he's done a lot more than me, dude.
Kidding
I've
me?
done. What did I do? I buy it and hold it and spend a little bit of it,
Yeah.
Like that's about it.
Yeah,
So
I'd like to see him back on another maybe Joe Rogan podcast at some point soon.
yeah, Joe's still pretty popular. I saw that his spot dropped to like number 14.
Dude, I haven't been listening to him. I just think that some of his takes have, I mean, he's always had a fair share of brain dead takes, but some of them recently, I'm like, dude, give me a fucking break. Like, how can you be so retarded?
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe it's just hard to keep up with the pressure, interviewing interesting people. Some of it gets a little nutty, but
Yeah, yeah. We don't need to get into that today, but yeah. Anyway, so well, I'd like to see him on Tucker then. I'd like to see him on Tucker Carlson talking about Bitcoin. Tucker needs somebody on his show to be like,
nah, screw Tucker.
yeah,
No, I like Tucker, but I don't, his take on Bitcoin, you're not gonna convince somebody who has publicly created a position for themselves. Like Tucker's not getting convinced.
I don't
And
care
if he
about Tucker. I
does,
care about his audience.
I know, but yeah, I don't know.
You know,
I
you
don't
got to
think
talk
Tucker
to his
would
audience.
give
You got to meet these people, these gold bugs, these like Luddites, and
gold bugs.
here's where you're at. Like, here's why you're wrong. And I don't know if, I mean, listen,
Uh,
Tucker's going to have Nick Fuentes on. He'll be open to having some guy that's really passionate about Bitcoin on. It just needs to be the right person. I don't actually think Dorsey's that right person. He's a little too reticent and introverted to perform well on a podcast like that and
yeah.
persuade people. But, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe American Hodl.
There you go. I mean, Bitcoin's still pretty niche, and I don't know if it really has a fantastic representative. And it doesn't need one.
Doesn't need.
It should change all the time. People should come in, advocate for Bitcoin and then disappear into the ether.
Yeah.
And top Andreas, like that guy, I think has a ton of Bitcoin and went the shitcoin route to cover up for his maximalism. It's too dangerous. He figured it out. He's like, if I keep talking about Bitcoin only, I'm going to get a target on my back.
Interesting theory.
That's my theory. I could be wrong,
I
but
think
he's
people
just,
get bored.
yeah, you get bored. Well, do you get bored? I haven't gotten bored yet. How long does that take?
I haven't gotten bored yet, but I'm also not as smart as yeah, you know, all the like Andreas. Like he's a brilliant guy, and I just think that like people like that tend to like hop around and like look at all these different things and get excited about it, and I
Yeah.
don't know. I think it's kind of some people just get bored.
You remember that scene from Good Will Hunting when Matt Damon is supposed to get a job at the NSA and or he was talking to a professor and he said, "I don't want to spend the rest of my life explaining this shit to people."
Yeah.
I think that's Antop. You just get sick of having to rehash the same stuff,
Hmm.
And if he did get bored, it's probably because, people are slow and retarded and would rather just stay comfortable and asleep and get put in the prison instead of adopting Bitcoin and opting out.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Well, he's done enough explaining. He's a legend, absolutely, regardless of what shitcoin stuff he's done after this.
Yeah.
So
Bitcoin is punk rock. Deal with it.
so good,
So
so
good.
good.
Dude, I lived in that town when he gave that speech, and I was not, man, it was just
That
not on my radar.
Colorado?
Yeah, he went to my library, Arapaho library, and
Wow,
spoke. I could have been there.
wow,
Quantum physics, where I was there, but missed it.
wild.
Anyway, should we stack sats? I saw we just dropped to 105, so
Yeah, stack
I'd
it.
rather stack at 105 than 106.
What are we stacking today?
21.
All right.
105,868. I'm using strike. Boom. Rain and sats. So 19,647 sats.
Boom.
Boom.
These are gonna add up, man.
Yeah, hey, and if you're watching us out there in YouTube world, stack with us.
Hmm.
What I was thinking is, I watch a lot of YouTube content on Bitcoin. I don't know of another show where they stack sats every show.
Yeah, we're the only one, I think.
I think we're the only ones that are stacking Bitcoin live on the show. And of course,
Yeah.
this comes out the next day. It's Monday. This will be out tomorrow, Tuesday, November 11th. But we're stacking sats, in the wild, inviting other people to stack sats with us. Nobody else is doing that.
Oh, well, yeah, our show name is appropriately named the Stack Show. So we got to keep on brand.
That's
Even
true.
even Bitcoin's in the millions. Well, we got to keep going and keep buying.
That would be. Can you imagine stacking sats at $1 million? Goodness,
I know. Yeah.
it'll be $1 will get you 100 sats. I think at that point.
Wild. Wild to think that.
Yeah, man. What do you think? What do you think we're doing this week? Are we going to retrace?
Well,
Um,
here's what I said last week on Thursday. I said that because everyone was so bearish, I got pretty bullish. And I
I
also, and so, and you might say that I predicted this little run up that we've had here. I don't know, but everyone was just so bearish and it was like, oh man, it's just like we're gonna have it, it's gonna be bad. I was like, I don't know. Like we've been surprised so frequently, and I've got a lot of room to make up between my end of year price prediction of 250K. So I need it to run up. I need it to run up so I don't fall flat on my face. So I think we're gonna have a good month.
okay, a good month. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think. I've seen some of those liquidation charts. The heat maps, and it looks like you've got a cluster at like the 98 level and a cluster at the 105 level.
Okay.
So that just kind of tells me the price is just going to oscillate between
98.
105 and 98. Yep.
All month.
I mean, for the next week, maybe
Yeah,
next few days.
we'll see.
I think if we're at 110 at the end of the month, I would not be shocked.
Yeah. I'm thinking 120, 125.
125. So
I
we're
think
both pretty bearish then.
Yeah, I think we're back up there though, at least. And then I don't know. We'll see.
I like that though. I like that. Getting paid at the end of the month, every month for the last three, it's been like 107 or 109.
I want to see if
Like,
I can get it in advance on my paycheck. On my
only pay me on the dips.
yeah.
It's in my contract.
Yeah. I've got a clause. It's the dip clause. It allows me to
Right.
get in advance if we go fall below a certain percentage on a weekly basis.
That would be smart.
Yeah.
That would be smart.
Anyway, man, anything else from you?
No, that's a pretty good update for today. I bookmarked something from Polymarket, which I saw a second ago, which was pretty funny. If I could pull it up here really quickly. Uh, Trump admin directive will prohibit certain high calorie humans from obtaining visas.
High calorie humans, fat people.
This is Polymarket. So I don't know if this is legitimate or if someone's just saying, no fat people are going to come in on a visa.
Dude, I love it though. I think like we need to be looking at BMI and
We should do BMI for SNAP
percentage.
benefits.
Yeah, 100%, dude. I saw a couple videos of these people that are like, I'm starving out here. I'm like, you are 300 pounds, ma'am.
Yeah, you could live on your body fat alone for like 60 days.
Yeah, like you are good. You don't need any more food. This is good for you. So just go in the corner and don't eat. I
Yeah,
don't
I saw Safe said at one point like when you see someone who's really fat, they're actually malnourished.
Yeah, that's a
They're
great.
hung
Yeah.
they're hungry all the time, because they're not eating the right food and all the food they are eating is getting stored as fat, but they're not so I have sympathy for people who are overweight. It's hard to lose weight, you know. But if you're getting paid for free by the government because you're not working, fuck you. Get out.
Dude, it's actually pretty fucking easy. We're just such an undisciplined culture, It's like it's okay to be in this like slightly overweight. Like, I go through periods. I mean, I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, oh man, what the fuck is that?
Oh,
Should that
hectic.
milkshake, But like
Right.
you don't need to be ripped, but like you could be healthy. There's certain tactics you can do if you just, it's more of a mindset thing than it is a diet thing, I think.
Yeah, I think my goal starting in 2026 is coming. I'm gonna try out the OMAD, 1 meal a day.
Yeah, I used to do that. I did a lot of intermittent fasting, but there's an argument that that kind of nukes your hormones.
Hmm.
It can tank your testosterone and get your spike your cortisol.
So I'm not doing that for 2026.
I mean, just look into it. I don't know. I think yeah, it's like one day they tell you eat the whole egg, and then they tell you just eat the egg whites, and they tell you, the yolk is what you
Oh,
want.
the yolk is the best.
There's
Gotta
always
eat the
this
yolk.
different. You got guys telling you eat fruit until noon, and then there's so much
Well, a lot of
things,
sugar, so you have
so
time to
much
burn off the sugar.
information. I mean, it's incredible how much information we have to choose from. But I don't know. I'm down for some type of like 2026 health challenge. Well, maybe let's think about that.
Okay. I don't know what it should be.
Well, it could be like a push-up challenge. It could be,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm boxing like 3 days a week at this point. You want to start
Good.
boxing?
Sure. I mean, virtually, do we do it on a Zoom call?
We could do that. There are, if you've got like a one of those headset things, Oculus, we could meet and fight.
It's a little beta. I mean, dude, I'm playing ice hockey once a week, and that is a workout.
Dude, ice hockey. I mean, I'm a horrible skater, but even just like being a retard out there on the ice and trying to like get from point A to point B is exhausting for me. I can't imagine the hand-eye coordination and having to like what do you say, sprint on the ice or what?
You do sprint. You don't necessarily say that. You just say skate. But
Just
but yeah, man, it's like an hour of all out, blitz. Go as fast as you can. It's competitive. Everybody has played college, D League, something like that. Like they're good skaters. And it is no joke. I mean, it takes me like a day to recover, sometimes 2 days, depending on who we play.
yeah,
But
that's a lot. Dude,
I
by
mean,
the way,
that's a good workout though.
it's a great workout. Have you seen the transformation of BTC sessions?
Yeah, I mean, kudos to him, but
And
all those
Silly?
posts, dude, it's a little gay. I
You know
mean,
Selly too?
yeah, he's
Yeah.
great. I love both those guys, but
Dude, listen.
I don't really want to see that.
Listen, dude.
No,
Fucking
I'm listening. I
they're
I
jack.
saw it and I'm listening.
We just saw Selly in Vegas. I saw him with his shirt off. He was running around with his shirt off. You remember that? We were at the
I wasn't there that night.
no, yeah, you were, dude. That was the first night, and Selly
I
ran
remember
on
keeping my shirt
stage
on.
with his shirt off.
Oh
And I was like,
man,
man, this guy's just like super skinny. And then how many? It has not been that long, and I look, and he's like yoked. I'm like, I don't know, man. That could be some TRT stuff going on, which is fine. But
I don't know what it is.
yeah, not
I'm
to
not gonna guess.
not steroids. I'm not going to say steroids, but I think some type of growth secretion hormone, uh, or TRT, something like that, which is totally cool. It's all right, but I might get.
Save it for save it for Instagram.
Dude, I've been on
Keep
Instagram.
that out of my echo chamber. Bitcoin only. I don't need to see someone else's pecs and abs. Beat it. About to get
Yeah,
muted.
yeah. Put the shirt on.
But yeah, I mean, kudos to anybody who's fit. It's not easy.
I think they're putting it out there because I think that they have some type of referral thing going
It's a
on.
sponsor. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
it's a
sponsor.
sponsor, so they want to like, oh, here's a transformation and use code whatever, and then you get some money back from that. So you kind of
It
got to take your shirt off for that, I suppose.
it
That's
still
a
seems
that's a
a
whole new
little.
level, though.
It seems gay to me. I don't know.
Well, we're
I
all
don't know, dude. Maybe
hard to
I'm being too
say,
critical. I'm being too critical.
I mean, it sounds to me like you might just be a little envious
Maybe, maybe,
deep down inside. You're gonna go.
maybe right,
You're gonna
maybe
take
right on the surface.
after this and
Maybe
go look in the mirror and be, "Ugh."
I'm gonna go
Take some,
left.
take some pictures.
Yeah, probably.
Let's do the show on Thursday with our shirts off and just see how that goes.
You want to? We're having a guest. Do you think it would make him uncomfortable, or would he be down with that?
No, we got our guest next week, I think.
Okay, good.
Yeah, next week, which is Jake. So that'd be fun, actually. We all show up with our shirts off. Or we, you
Yeah.
and I just show up with our shirts off.
You didn't
Anyway,
get the invite?
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, man.
Yeah, don't miss that one, kids.
Yeah.
That's one you're gonna definitely want to unsub from.
Yeah.
All right, dude.
All right,
Well,
brother.
good stacking sets today.
As always.